Herb's not there. We're going to ask about Alexander. No, playing for first place, considering everything.
It's a great feeling. It's a great thing. I mean, obviously, we'd like to have been playing better the last 4 weeks, but what's been in the past is in the past, and we're just looking forward to this game. I think the bike for us came at a great time, allowed us to heal up, allowed us to kind of clear everybody's mind and just get back to work. You know, when we think back on it, I think over the last couple of weeks, we've practiced twice in 2 weeks. It's nice to get out here and get a full week of practice in, and that's what our culture and what our team's built on anyways, is working. So it's nice to be able to work and earn a victory, you know, rather than just go out there and put a little bit of work in and play only. So I'm glad we're getting enable us to have a full week of work to get back to what we do.
Earning a victory, but keeping in mind that you have to win by 19.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that right now. Yes, it would be nice to be able to do that all at once, but you know, the ultimate thing is to win this game, and bottom line. And if we can do it in that fashion, be spectacular. But right now, you know, we're preparing to go out there, play our best football, get a win. But you know, that's the last thing. I'll worry about that during the course of the game and at the end of it when it comes down to situational football. But we're not going to try any harder to win by 19. Trust me, it's hard enough to win in this league, let alone to go out there and do it. So, you know, our focus is just on us, what we're going to do this week to prepare to do it, but the expectation is to get it.
The season really starts on Labor Day. What has been your message, to your players after coming back from the bye?
Yeah, I mean, I showed them, you know, what the last 3 years has been, 23, 24, and then this year, you know, last 2 years in particular, the teams that had the best record this time of year didn't go on to win a Grey Cup. You know, they got to a final, but they didn't go on from there, or they didn't win the ultimate prize. And the teams that had struggled a little bit with maybe the worst record out of the 4 teams that made the finals, you know, did happen to do that. So, you know, I said we're in good company there. And, you know, at the end of the day, just understand what's happened in the past, what happens in the CFL in general. Games are hard to win. Yeah, you're right. You could put yourself in positions during July, June, and August, but you've got to play great football down the stretch in order to win. And, you know, that's what the expectation for us is. We've dealt with a lot of things, a lot of adversity over the last month, and all that, in my opinion, makes us a stronger, better football team. And now it's about doing it and going out and earning it every single day. And I think that was more of the message, is put everything in the past, understand the situation, the gravity of it, understand why you should believe, because it's been shown in the past, but you still got to concentrate, put the work in, and believe right now that we can get it done. And I think that's the ultimate thing the guys got from it. And obviously I see it today, you know, the way we prepped, the way we prepared, the way we came out and practiced, we're on track for that.
How much do you hope that, you know, the injury bug, the backlog is something of the past?
Obviously, that's a big part of it. I mean, again, when you look back in the history of the CFL, the healthy teams, the teams that are playing the best down the stretch are usually the ones that win in this time of year. So obviously, I'm hoping we are getting healthier. Bottom line, we are. So it's just like to stay that way. And, you know, ultimately, I've said it before, you know, with the injuries we've sustained, we have a very experienced football team right now. A lot of guys in that locker room have played some very substantial football, and that's going to help us down the stretch in our practices, in our room, preparing, and then ultimately getting these guys back that have been anointed the starters at the beginning of the year. That's going to be a big boost to us.
What do you expect from James Morgan? What can you learn from the last game?
Yeah, I mean, just better execution more than anything. He's going to be more comfortable being in there. I mean, again, you know, he plays against BC with no reps in practice, goes out and plays more than half of football, gets 1 practice to prepare and play. Now he's going to get 3 full days. More practice this week than he's gotten all in our offense. So the expectation is that he gets more comfortable, executes at a higher level, and just ultimately settles in and plays good football for us. And that, again, always comes down to good decision-making by that quarterback position. You know, we want to be strong, accurate, and tough, or smart, accurate, and tough, I should say. And strong doesn't hurt, but you know, I think you're just going to see a more comfortable person back there for sure.
You were talking about the fact that you're a more experienced team, but it must feel good to add names to the list of guys who are practicing and scratching them, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the headache of the last month of just finding guys to play has been hard. It's been difficult. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, that was a very, very difficult stretch for us as a club. You know, and I've never worried about playing our guys. It's just finding the guys, and that's been the hardest part, is finding which ones can be healthy enough to play for us. I've never worried about when they're in there, because when they're in there, they're going to play at the level we can play at. And I believe in everyone in that locker room, that if they're on our roster, I believe in them. But it's just some of those games, it was hard to find the 45. just because of the injuries. So now that's not the case. Now we're going to be able to pick and choose the right ones, or the ones that we anoint for the 45 to represent us, and then go from there. And each week that combination ends up changing, because it does. But it's nice to have it by us going out and playing rather than the necessity due to injury.
Coming by the bye weekend, a bunch of guys coming up, everybody was smiling. Do you feel like it's a big inning for the team at this
Well,
point
I
of
mean,
the
I
season?
think that's the way we you got to approach it a bit. I mean, and you know, we've been reminded, or we keep saying it. I mean, even as bad as the stretch was, we didn't lose a lot of ground in it, and it's everything we want to accomplish is still there. But we need to start playing good football, and I think that's coming, and that's the belief. And the belief has to be there in us first. We go out and put the work in. We rally together and play for each other, and ultimately that happens. So yes, I think the bye came at a perfect time for us, because it allowed us to get as healthy as we're going to be right now, and in a good feeling, you know, mentally and physically, to go into this game and go down the stretch. And honestly, we are a club that takes it one game at a time, regardless, one day at a time. So I'm not looking at all in the future. I'm worried about this week, this day, and the next, and that's really all. But I'm excited about what we are and then where we're going.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.